Yo, what's up guys? Paul here from Paul's Game and Fish, bringing you a different kind of a build video. This is a behind the scene of how I do my streaming and recording. I've had a couple of people on stream ask me, and a couple of my friends I noticed that are starting to get into it. So I figured I'd make a video at least to show you what I do. This is by no means a professional video, but this is just to show you the settings I use, the software, excuse me, and the utilities that I use as far as my streaming is concerned. I do got two windows of OBS open, and that's just so that way I can record with one and show you what I'm doing with the other. So I'm going to get this one out the way. So this is OBS Studio. So the only thing that I did is just Google search OBS Studio, and it brought me to this. It's the very first link. It is for Windows, Mac, and Linux. Make sure you download the appropriate version, but also if you are downloading it for Windows, make sure you're getting the 64-bit if you're running a 64-bit operating system. And when you very first launch, this is what you're going to be looking at right here. When you very first open the application, it's going to be this blank canvas. So before we get in depth on it, the first thing you need to do is run a speed test. Your download, it's not really going to matter as far as streaming. That's going to be more on the gaming end of it, but your upload is going to matter a lot. Your upload, your biggest factor as far as what you can and can't stream. Now, regretfully, with my internet provider, their upload sucks. So with this right here, I'm only going to be limited to streaming at 720. I'm not going to be able to stream any higher than that. It's 5.6. They're advertised at 6, but 5.6 is what I'm getting right now. So with that, you need to make sure that you have enough stream or enough bandwidth to stream to where you're not going to lag your game out. Now, there are a couple of websites that give you recommended bandwidths that you can, to set your setting at your bit rate. I find them to be not really reliable. I just started at 1 bit rate and then moved my way up depending on the game that I'm playing, because some games do use a different load than others. So for me, I find that the sweet spot is about 3500 bit rate, which I'll show you that in just a second. So we launch OBS, and before we get started, before we start adding scenes, let's go ahead and touch our settings. So come over here to the bottom right and just hit settings. On your general screen, you could change between your default or your dark. Now dark, it seems to be a lot easier for me. You don't need to touch any of these settings. Just leave them alone. Done. Stream. This information right here, this is going to be the service that you're streaming to. We'll come back to that because there's a more important setting in output and video. So let's start with video. You're going to want your base resolution to be whatever your screen is, which is most likely 1920 by 1080. And then your output resolution is going to be what your stream can handle. So I'm going to be doing a 720 stream, so I'm going to change this to 1280 by 720, which it does give you a drop down box if you want to change it.